Hello people, welcome to my combined spring and April TBRs, I guess. I don't know exactly what I want to put on my spring TBR. I have a couple of ideas. But first, we need to roll our fancy dancy TBR dice so it can tell us which one of this stack we're going to put on our April TBR. Then we're also going to pull some, it's like basically pulling books out of a hat, but they're Easter eggs just for fun, but they each have a book inside of them just for funsies. So I think what I'm going to do is I have my very fancy post-it note that is Hoyd saying there are still stories to tell from Brandon Sanderson, of course, why not. I'm going to write down what books go in here for there because I don't want to put too many books on my April TBR, but I have a ton of books I want to read, so I thought I should just make a spring TBR for the next until I feel like it's summer, and then we'll see how much of that I read. And that one I don't need to put too much stress on, that one I can kind of calm down about. I just want to put some books on there, just, you know, things that I've been thinking about reading. And then I also have some library books, which we can talk about a little bit later on. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the dice for my, I was going to say March, for my April TBR like 3 times. I just don't want to stress myself out too much. We're going to roll the dice for my April TBR 3 times and choose 3 books from the stack for April. And then we're going to roll it for my spring TBR about another 3 times. That sounds good. Just other books that I want, that I should get to in around springtime. And if I get to them this month or next month or in, you know, June or whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then after that, I'm gonna fill out the rest of them from here. And then if there are any books that I wanted to read that I don't get that don't get chosen, I have some books like on this shelf and over there that I want to read that I'll just add on to it at the end. So not really an exact science, but let's start with the die rolling just for fun. So we're gonna do it 3 times for my April TBR. I keep forgetting it's April. It's literally been April for like 5 days and I just keep forgetting. We have a 1 and a 2, so we straight up have a 2. Oh, interesting. Let me move my little gnome real quick. Where should I put it? You can chill there for now. All right, so the second book on this stack was this box set, and I think the first one is Overseen Under Stone by Suzanne Cooper. My boyfriend found this at DI, and he thought, maybe your sister would like to read this, and she didn't. So then I was like, I'll take it, why not? What is this even about? On holiday in Cornwall, the 3 Drew children discover an ancient map in the attic of a house that they're staying in. They know immediately that it is special. It is even more than that, the key to finding a grail, a source of power to fight the forces of evil known as the Dark. And in searching for it themselves, the Drews put their very lives in peril. This is the first volume of Susan Cooper's brilliant and absorbing fantasy sequence known as The Dark is Rising. And then there's like 4 other books in the series. Okay, that looks interesting. Oh, it's way more small print than I thought it was. That's fine. I've been wanting to read something that feels like a classic for a while, so this is actually really, really good. Okay, we'll add this first book to our April stack, which I guess I can move my frog basket. Put that there. It's our first book. Very good choice. Oh, that one completely hid for me. We've got a 2. A 2 again. How fun. Oh, okay. Oh, I actually love this. Okay, this is a Beverly Cleary book that I've never read before. She wrote the Ramona books, like Beezus and Ramona the Pest, and I read a ton of her books when I was younger. And I've never read this one. It's called Sister of the Bride. And it's definitely for like a younger audience, but her writing is just so good. I've always enjoyed it, no matter when I've read it. So the back of it says, Barbara can hardly believe her older sister is getting married. With all the excitement of wedding plans going on, Barbara can't help dreaming of the day she will be the bride. She can't wait to fall in love. But as the big day gets closer, wedding planning often turns into family arguments. Even the bride and groom are bickering over details, and Barbara's fun-loving sister is turning into a very practical, grown-up person. Weddings are fun, but all this serious stuff is scary enough to make Barbara think she's not going to be rushing into a serious romance anytime soon. How old is she? She's at least still in like maybe grade school? Most of her books are set in grade school. I'm really excited for this. Plus, it has the most cheery yellow cover, and it's definitely giving spring. I'm very glad with that choice. That is a very good choice. All right. Goodbye, egg. 1 more for April. 3. And 5. Interesting. 15. I have to find a place where you can see what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait. That's a series. I don't count each book in a series. Wait, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is actually a very good choice. Why did I choose the book at the very bottom of the stack? Okay, we're good. Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. This book, my mom had them for some reason. She had like a couple books and she's like, hey, do you want these? And I was like, sure, I'll take this one. I literally have no idea what this is about. Does it say anywhere? A charming, witty, and compulsively readable exploration of friendship, reckoning, and hope that traces a widow's unlikely connection with a gigantic Pacific octopus. I actually don't even want to read more. That sounds so interesting. This is also on the Goodreads. Like Goodreads has like these, we're on Kindle where it's like the seasonal things you can earn and they look like bookmarks, but they're like little trophy things. This is one of the books for like, I think 2 of those little trophy things. So I've been wanting to read it. So this is actually a very, very good choice for this month. That's all the books for our April TBR from the stack. So let's do it 3 more times for just like a spring vibe. 6. We're starting off strong. And 1. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is a very recent book that got put on here. This is Sam 7 by Richard Cox. So I found this when I was at a random thrift store. The same thrift store actually where I found the entire yearbook series by Ali Condi signed by the author. So good. Anyway, this is the other book I found at the same time, and I honestly picked it up because I have another book called Sam and I just thought it was funny, and it's also something I could read with my boyfriend because I like reading books to him sometimes, and this is more of a boy book and he enjoys boy books. Anyway, this is a good book because I think actually we're gonna finish the book that we're reading together right now very soon because we're like almost 90% of the way through, so this would be good to pick up when we're done with that one. So thank you, TBR Die. This is a very good spring book. All right, 2 more times. 3 and 1. Okay, got 1, 2, oh, 3. Okay, I have been saying I want to read more classics. We have The Prince and the Pauper by Mark Twain. I think I started reading this when I was very, very, very young, and I was too young to understand what was going on. I was like 10 maybe, so I'm actually really excited to read this now because I know this is like, he's the guy who wrote Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, and I know it's not like that old of text, but it was too old for me when I was younger. This is a good choice. Very good choice. Good job. Want to do it 2 more times? 2 more times. Just because I decided I want to do another one. I always get caught up in the rolling the die high. I really should not become a gambler. I got a 5. And a 2. That's a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is perfect. We have Under the Lilacs by Louisa May Alcott. They're giving me all of the old books. This is exactly what I've been wanting to read, actually. This is a book about 2 girls who meet a boy. From what I remember when I was reading this when I was younger, and I was too young to honestly understand what was going on, it follows these 2 girls who, I don't even really know the plot, but it's Louisa May Alcott. She wrote Little Women, and I love her writing. It literally speaks to my soul and makes me feel happy inside. So I am very excited to read this in spring. Also, Under the Lilacs is the most springy title you've ever heard in your life. All right, TBR Die, you have been doing fantastic. Do you have anything else you want to give me? I'm giving you 1 more chance. Okay? We got a 4 and a 5. 20. This is gonna go through this a couple times. Oh, and then I also have this one book over here that is nonfiction and it's too big for the stack, so I just have it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm recounting that. There's no way that I got that. 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, okay. We landed on Cassandra Clare, the Clockwork Angel, or whatever book the next one in the series is. I have read the 3 first Mortal Instruments. I read the first 3 Mortal Instruments series, so I don't know if this is the next book. It's the one I landed on. I'm pretty sure this is the next book, though. Guys, those books emotionally messed with my head because I was so interested, but I also at the same time was so confused as to why so many things were chosen. I emotionally don't know how to feel about reading another book in this series, but well, I'll do some research and see if this is the next book. I'm 90% sure it is the next book you're supposed to read in the reading order, so it's fine, it's fine. It'll probably be a good book to read in the spring. Die. I did shoot too close. It does this every single time I do more than I said I was gonna do. It gives me a book that I didn't want to read. I should just know at this point. I should just know. It's fine. TBR Die, you did a fantastic job. Thank you very much. You can now sit on the shelf until next month. You did fantastic. Thank you very much. I said I wanted 7 in April TBR, so I've got 3 books in my April TBR. I said I wanted 10 in my spring TBR, and that's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I guess now it's time to do the eggs. I need to put a couple other books on it first, though, because I wanted to read the first book in Fablehaven this month, which I actually have already done, so that's one checked off. Whoa, go me. Where is the first Fablehaven? Oh, it's right here. So I wanted to read the first Fablehaven book, so let's add that to the TBR pile. And then I also wanted to read these 2 library books, and so that gets us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think I'm gonna put 2 eggs. So we'll do 8 for April TBR. We did 8 last month too, and that was reasonable and doable. So we'll do 8 this month. So we're gonna pull 2 eggs for April to add to the TBR. Oh no, I guess this one chose itself. I didn't have much choice in that matter. I'm nervous. Oh, this one has 2 in here. I did put 2 in some of them because I had a couple extra prompts. So I guess I get to choose. So we have City of Ember. I read the first 2 books. There's one more book in the series. I don't own it. I should be able to find on Libby. And then I have, ooh, A School for Brides, book 1. That is a book that I read last year too. And I read the second book before the first book. Accidentally, didn't mean to. So I thought I could go back and read the first one because I did enjoy the second one. I think they're more standalone, so I didn't really need to read them in order. Okay, which one do I want to read though for spring? Or I guess specifically for this month. Honestly, I think I want to read A School for Brides book 1. Or do I want to read City of Ember? I'm so indecisive. This is why I try to make it choose for me. Why did I think this was a good idea? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, could you check about so if it was let it go, any, meeny, miny, mo, my mom says to choose the very best one and you are not it. School for Brides it is. It said, stick to what you originally said, girl. And they were right. 1 more for this month. Oh, 2 of them fell. What do I do in that case? I don't think I started it yet. It was just... I don't think that counts. Okay, I guess we'll do that, and then whichever one falls out, that's what we did last time. I think that's the same egg as before. All right, this one only has 1. Thank you. We've got Casey West. She's one of my favorite authors in the entire world. Actually, I'm so happy about that because I love her books and they are so easy to read. Okay, I get to pick whatever book I want to do a reread of then. Honestly, I might do Split Second and Pivot Point because that's a series by her I don't read very often because I don't think I think I have to get that one from the library. I don't think they have it on Libby. We'll see. Okay, I'll pick a book and then I'll put it up on the screen whichever book I choose after I'm editing and stuff. That is our entire April TBR completed, but now we need to choose for the rest for our spring TBR. So I said I was going to do, so for spring TBR, I also have 2 books. If they don't get chosen, I want to add on. So that means, so we can do 3 of them. Okay, same rules as before, whichever one falls out first, I choose, I guess. All right. We have a single one in here. I didn't rig that. You saw that. I rigged nothing. Nothing. That was complete and utter accident. Ella Montgomery. I love her books so much. They give spring so much deep to their core. I reread Anne of Green Gables last year and it was perfect. It was literally exactly what I needed. But this year I thought I was going to reread Pat of Silverbush or Emily of New Moon, which I love both of them pretty much equally, but I don't think I've reread either one of them actually since when I read them the first time. Oh, I don't know what I want to read. I love both of them. I think Pat of Silverbush is the one. I've been thinking about them pretty much equally. I could honestly just put both of them on my TBR. I think I'll just put one. I'll put one on my TBR and then I'll decide later in the month if I want to read more. Okay. Do I want to do Pat or Emily? I don't know. Oh, they're both so good. Pat of Silverbush follows a girl who loves her house more than anything else in the entire world, and it basically just follows her as she tries to live her life, even though she literally never wants to leave her house. It's so much better than you think it is. And then Emily of New Moon follows a girl who is an orphan? Yes, she's an orphan, and she goes to her Aunt Elizabeth's house to live, and it follows her making friends and living at this new place. This is basically just Anne of Green Gables, but if Anne of Green Gables was not Anne of Green Gables. So good, love it. And then this one is basically, this one's like completely different from all of our other books, but I think about both of these ones literally constantly. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch your checker by his toe. If it hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and my mom says to choose the very best one, and you are the very best one, but you're not the one I'm going to read right now. You are it. Emily of New Moon it is. Add another one to this pile. I guess that means I get to choose 3 more, because that's literally what I was going to add to it in the first place. Okay. You did fantastic. Choose 3 more for me, okay? Oh, 2 fell out. What do I do in that case? That's what I did that time. Do I honor its wishes and do both of these? I guess I honor its wishes and do both of these. Okay, we'll open the little one first. Okay, this one has just 1 in it. Okay, this is Georgette Heyer. I think I'm gonna treat this as if I can choose between these 2 eggs. And I know I don't really want to do this one. Wait, Georgette Heyer, is she... Who wrote Wives and Daughters? Was that Georgette Heyer? Or is that... Wait, let me do some reconnaissance real quick, because I literally cannot remember who Georgette Heyer is, really. Okay, if it is the person who I'm thinking of, I read a book by her literally last month. Okay, I read a book by her last month, and I don't really think I'm in the mood to read another book by her this month. So I guess I'm choosing whatever's in this orange egg. Aletha Contis. Okay, that's interesting. I read this book by her. I think it's Enchanted. It's the first book in this series by her, and it's like fairy tale stuff. It's very interesting, and I did enjoy it quite a lot. Okay, all right. I guess I'll find the second book and listen to it on Libby or read it on Libby, whichever one it lets me do, I guess. And if I can't get my hands on it, then I guess it's not on my spring TBR. Okay, and then I didn't want to read this one, so we're just gonna put you over here. Okay, so now you're doing great. Choose 2 more for me. Please don't have 2 fall out at the same time. Thank you very much. Oh, of course 2 fell out at the same time. Okay, I guess I'm choosing between these 2 again. We have 2 identical blue eggs. This one has... I guess we're doing a bracket battle. Alright, well, this one says Cassandra Clare, so I already have one of those. So let's choose whatever this one is. Reunion by Ali Conti. I love this book. Okay, this one obviously won over these 2. Like, hands down. What does this egg have? Oh, 2 again. We're doing very much a bracket battle. The Queen's Poisoner by Jeff Wheeler. Okay, that's tempting. That's actually really, really, really tempting. What is this one? Oh, this is a free choice. Okay, so I would have just shown Queen's Poisoner. Or Ties of Time. Or Daisy Hates. Oh, this is really hard. This is my video. I can do what I want. Okay, I think I honestly really want to put Reunion on. So we're going to put Reunion on this stack because I want to put it on. It's going on. I said so. It's my video. So I guess that covers one of them. Yay. I can also throw this away. Queen's Poisoner a free choice though. That's really, really hard. Because I want to keep reading this series, but at the same time, I could choose Sarah M. Eden. You know what? We were treating this as a bracket battle. So we're just going to say Reunion won the bracket battle, stick everything else back in an egg, and deal with that really confusing choice at a later day. This is our winner of this bracket battle. Reunion by Ali Conti is the 3rd book in a series that I've been rereading for the past couple months. Love, 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 love this series. This one has some of my favorite characters. I say that literally about every single one of these books, but it's true. Some of my favorite characters in the entire world. I think about the main character all the time. What is her name? Adelaide. Her name is Adelaide. And I never thought I'd like that name, but I do really like that name, and it's definitely high up on my list of baby names. And this book, it's so good, and it's signed by Miss Ali Conti herself. Yes, this one wins. So this basically follows teenagers in high school as they deal with stuff. Some of my favorite books are that plot. I honestly don't think I can even tell you more, but it follows a bunch of different viewpoints. So then it also has like Addie, and then it has Sam as a viewpoint, and he's dealing with like lack of faith and just like trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life. And then we have Caterina Giovanni, where she goes to college and has to deal with like this weird roommate situation. I love so much these books. They're my favorite in the entire world, and I'm ecstatic to read this book this month. That one won that bracket battle, even though I was confused and very torn about that, but it definitely won hands down. I don't know why I was so confused about that. Okay, you've been doing fantastic. Please choose 1 more for me. Thank you very much. 2 again. I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I didn't really do this for a bracket battle. Okay, this one only has 1. Blessings. We've got, ooh, Gary Paulson. I like Gary Paulson, but I don't know if I'm in the Gary Paulson mood. So whatever the other one is, probably will win. Oh, this one has 2. Okay. Ooh, we have Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. I read the first book in January, and it was really, really good. Very much a kid's book, but it was very, very good. Oh, and then we have Shannon Hale. Okay, so Shannon Hale would most likely be a reread, or I could read that one book that I've been thinking about. Both of these went over Gary Paulson, though. I love Gary Paulson. He wrote Hatchet, but I'm just like not really in the mood for a boy book right now. Okay, I just need to go with my gut feeling. What do I want to read in spring? Honestly, both of these could go really, really well for spring. I should just realize that whatever I put in this hand, this is going to get chosen. I've done this 3 times, and I forget every single time. Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. I want to read Shannon now. Why do I make this so difficult on myself? On this hand, this one works for spring because it's like literally mice, and from a mice point of view. So cute. This one works for spring because Shannon Hale just feels like a spring book every time I read it. Also, I'm bouncing on one foot and I'm falling over. Don't know why I decided to do this. I think I'm going to go Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. I don't know if I can get my hands on the next book, but we're going to see. We're going to see. Okay, whatever book. I think I'm going to try to read the next book, and if I can get my hands on it, I'll put something on the screen. I probably should be able to, though, so it won't be hard. All of these little eggs can go back in this basket now. Okay, let me do my final, like, little calculations. So we have April TBR, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is 9. Ooh, I have one more book I could add. Do I get to do the basket again? I should not have put everything back if I get to do the basket again. You know what? We're going to put Pat of Silverbush on here too. After that excruciating choice, we're going to put this one on also. Okay, why did I make that so hard on myself? Perfect. Okay, let's go. Let me give you a last rundown of all the books because I've been talking for forever and you're probably bored at this point. But let's give you the last little rundown of everything that got chosen. Okay, first and foremost, our spring TBR. We've got A School for Brides, book 1 by someone. The second book at least followed like a school where a bunch of girls got put to learn manners and decorum, but it's in this super far away out of the way town where there's no men for them to like become a bride for, and it follows these girls like basically holding on to any eligible suitor that goes into town, and it follows like this mystery. It was so funny and cute. I liked it a lot. So I'm hoping the first book is probably going to be something similar to that or something in that same world. It's going to be very interesting. Then we have Casey West. Again, I'll put whatever book I choose up on the screen. I love her books because they're just clean, wholesome romances set for teenagers in high school, and for some reason that just makes me feel nostalgic and happy. And that's kind of what I need right now. So then we have The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen. My boyfriend, again, I told you, my boyfriend chose this for me. This one has 4 boys, 1 treacherous plan, an entire kingdom to fool. In a faraway land, evil civil war was brewing. To unify his kingdom's divided people, a nobleman named Connor devises a cunning plan to find an impersonator of the king's long-lost son and install him on the throne. 4 orphans are forced to compete for the role, including a defiant and clever boy named Sage. Ooh, okay. I'm not going to read much more because it will spoil stuff for me, but this actually is already stunning. Really interesting. Then we have A House of Many Ways by Diana Wynne Jones. I actually do not know what this one's about. Oh, okay, so this is Howl's Moving Castle, but it follows a door that moves. Oh, that's really interesting. And then I already read Fablehaven, but I was gonna put it on this anyway. But I'm also reading the second book, so yeah, I completed one off the TV already. Woo! This follows, it's Brandon Will's, I think it's his first series that he wrote, but it follows these 2 kids, Kendra and Seth, who go to their grandparents' like house, and they know their grandparents lives on this like huge plot of land, and when they get there they have to follow these clues to figure out that their grandparents live on a preserve for magical creatures. And then it follows this whole plot, and the whole series is very interesting, has a much wider scope than that, and you learn like the clues of that in the first book. I don't want to tell much more because it's more fun to figure it out, but I read this when I was younger. I did a reread. I did enjoy it again, but it is definitely for middle schoolers. And then we have these books, which I already kind of talked about earlier, but we have Oversea Understood by Suzanne Cooper, Sister of the Bride by Beverly Cleary, and Remarkably Rare Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. And all together, these spines are giving very spring, you know, very blues. We got some greens. I'm liking this a lot. And then for our overall just like spring for like the next couple months, we have first Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, which was an excruciating choice, but I did finally choose it. And then Aletha Contis. I'm excited for the second book in the series. It is a fairy tale series, And I think the second one is about like another one of the sisters, because there's 7 sisters in the family. And I don't know whether the author has completed the series, but I do know it's not like a very popular series. But I did enjoy the first book, so I want to give it a chance with the second one. And then also for my like overarching one, we have like the rest of Fablehaven. So I'll just throw this on the stack. I am already started on the second Fablehaven book, so that's cool. Calling that a win. And then we also have Pat of Silverbush, which I decided to not read, and then I decided I'm going to read it anyway, because I'm the master here. Love Pat of Silverbush, already kind of talked about that one. And then we have Reunion by Ali Condi. Love, love, love. Emily of New Moon. Adore. Not excited for this one, but continuing Cassandra Clare. Again, don't know if this is the next book, but we'll figure it out. We have Under the Lilacs, The Prince and the Pauper, and Sam 7. This is a really, really, really good choosing of books. I am very proud of my various choosing methods for choosing what they chose. They did a very good job. I am now going to go read a bunch of books because, as you can tell, I have quite a bunch of books to read in the next couple months. Am I excited about this? Absolutely. Is it a little bit terrifying? Yeah, it is, but that's okay. I literally went into this video saying I didn't want to overwhelm myself with books, and look what I'm doing. I'm literally holding most of the books that I owned in this corner. Literally. Like this. Like I'm gonna read them in the next couple months. The Lulu is the Salulu, as they say. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys have a bunch of books that you want to read in the spring, because I'm having fun, and I hope you are too. So I will see you whenever I post next, because honestly, you never know with me. So I'll see you all at some point. Goodbye. Mwah. I guess our impromptu photo shoot's over.